Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Solving LeetCode Question. Today's question is best time to buy and sell stock. The question is as follows. You're given an array of prices where each element is the price of a given stock on the ith day. Find the maximum profit you can achieve. You may complete at most 2 transactions, and you may not engage in multiple transactions simultaneously. In other words, you must sell the stock before you buy again. Let's look at some examples. In the first example, the input prices are 335,00314, and the output is 6. There are actually multiple ways to reach this profit. We could buy at price 3 and sell at price 5, then buy at price 0 and sell at price 4. So the profit of the first transaction is 2, and the profit of the second transaction is 4. Alternatively, we could buy at price 0 and sell at price 3, then buy at price 1 and sell at price 4. And that would also give us the final profit of 6. Now let's look at the second example, where the prices are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is very straightforward. We can buy on the first day and sell on the last day to get the maximum profit of 4. What you can't do is hold 2 transactions at a time, like so. This constraint actually makes the problem easier. So how do we solve this? Pause here if you'd like to think independently for a moment. As always, let's break down the problem into smaller subproblems. What if we can only conduct 1 transaction? The goal here is to find the biggest jump in the series, and in this example, it's from 0 to 4. As we traverse through the array, we probably want to keep track of the minimum price seen, because ideally, we'd want to buy the stock when it's at its lowest. In the meantime, we should also keep track of the maximum profit and update it when the current profit is greater than that. In other words, the formula for buy is the minimum of buy and prices I. And the formula for max profit is the maximum of max profit and prices I minus buy. This means if we sell on the ith day with the minimum stock price seen, we get the current profit, and we compare it to the max profit that we kept track of. Moving on, when should we conduct the second buy? Similarly, we want to buy the stock when it's at its lowest, but now we have to take into account of the profit of the first transaction. The formula here is the minimum of buy 2 and prices I minus profit 1. Why? Let's look at the example above. For a single transaction, it might be better to buy at price 0 than at price 1. But if we look at the profit on those days, if we buy at price 0, the profit of the first transaction is 2. And if we buy at price 1, the profit of the first transaction is 3. This means that we would be making more money from the first transaction if we invested later. However, since the differences are the same in this example, the total profits are equivalent. Now the final step, when should we conduct the second sell? This is pretty straightforward. We just have to sell it when we see a better total profit. So the maximum of profit 2 and prices I minus buy 2. This is the Python code of the complete implementation. We iterate through the array prices and compute the best time to buy the first stock, the maximum profit we can get up until this day, and the best time to buy the second stock, and finally the maximum total profit we can get up until this day. And we return this profit. The time complexity is O of n and the space complexity is O of 1. That's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want a little challenge, think about how you would solve this problem if we allow k transactions. Have fun and see you next time.